welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. What is hell like according to the scripture? Is there a difference before or after the events of the book of Revelation? Well, that's a really insightful question because the Bible actually uses two descriptions for hell. One is the word hell that we're most commonly familiar with. The other one is called the lake of fire. And Jesus Christ uses that description, lake of fire, to describe the eternal torment of hell. In fact, you go to Revelation chapter 20. It talks about, I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Lord. Those whose names were not found written in the book of life were judged according to their works and sent to the, quote, lake of fire for all of eternity. Matthew 25:41 talks about the lake of fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Now, I know there are many people out there who say, well, when we talk about hell, it doesn't sound like that bad of an option. And the reason is because you've gotten your doctrine of hell from Hollywood. You know, it's amazing. You watch a movie and anybody who's cool and fun and lives on the edge and kind of lives that radical, rebellious life, they always say, man, I'll see you in hell. And then we get this picture of heaven, that it's boring and there's nothing but sitting on a cloud and playing a harp and you're just bored all day. Well, no more than the opposite could be true. I mean, when you think about it, hell, as described in the Bible, is horrific. Luke chapter 16, he talks about he's thirsty and he can't get any water. He's tormented in the flame and he's so miserable that he asked Abraham, this is the rich man in Luke 16, please go tell my brothers, I don't want them to come here. Then you get to Mark chapter 9. And 3 times, Jesus Christ makes the statement, it is a place where the fire is not quenched and the worm does not die. So let's just think about that description. You've got fire, you've got thirst, you've got agony, you've got misery, and you've got somebody there who doesn't want anybody else to go there. It's a horrible situation, and that's just hell proper. Now, the lake of fire, as Jesus describes it, sounds even worse. And so the Bible doesn't give a whole lot more descriptions of the lake of fire. It's just that it is the quote-unquote eternal description of what we know as hell. On the other hand, heaven is not a place of boredom and harps and clouds. It talks about streets of gold. It talks about mansions. It talks about being able to go to and fro and having bodies that don't wear out, and there's no more remembrance of former things. I think one of the things that we need to discuss today is simply this, that, and I'm going to quantify it, hell is infinitely worse than you could ever imagine, and heaven is infinitely better than you could ever imagine. And one of our problems is we often get our doctrine of both from either movies we watch or books we read. But according to the Bible, hell is a place of torment, fire, thirst, agony, and because that man didn't want his brothers to go, it's a place of regret. Great question. If you have one, send it to askjeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at askjeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.